How many of you guys have a growth mindset? Or how about a fixed mindset? What kind of mindset do you have? Do you have a scarcity mindset? Or is it an abundance mindset? Or how about a negative mindset? Is that you? Or do you have a positive mindset? Do you have an entrepreneurial mindset? And what the hell even is that? What does that look like? How many of you wish your mind would just set already? Like just pick a set and set. Let's figure this out. You are listening to ADHD Big Brother, the podcast for adults struggling with their ADHD, their comorbid depression, their anxiety. Oh, it's just a hoot. I'm your host and your ADHD Big Brother, Russ Jones. I've got ADHD too. I've got depression as well. It's crap-tastic. So let's learn some stuff. Let's laugh at some stuff. Let's make some commitments to do some stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some stuff. Welcome to the podcast, or I guess as today it should be called the Russ Jones Rant Room. Welcome in. Come on in. Get ready for a rant because she's coming. First off, let's do the business things. Let's get into a business mindset. Are you ready? Business mindset. Activate. We got a workshop coming up in the community this week. It's for free. That means there's no exchange of money. If you want to show up, it's for free for you. You can experience the workshop. Will there be a replay? That is a question I get a lot, and I don't know. I mean, I usually keep the public event replays up for a while, but I don't, it's not like where you sign up for a webinar and you're like, screw it, I'm not going. And I'll wait for the email that says the replay's ready. I don't do that. Too much admin for me. I'm more of a, hey, if you could show up, great. If not, well, we'll get you next time. So if you want to show up, we're going to be there talking about why goals tend to be tough for ADHDers. And I offer a fresh perspective on that and some takeaways. I am a productivity coach for adults with ADHD. It's like I'm here for the doing and the achieving and the consistency-tizing. And my favorite part about all this stuff is the Q&A. So bring your goal ideas. Let's put them to the test. Get some motivation to move forward on them. I can't help myself. If I see a challenge, I go after it. Throw some wood on your fire. Link to that's going to be in the show notes. And if you're listening to this past October 15th, 2025, that's when the workshop is, you can always check in the public event section of the community, the free area, in the past events, and the replays are in there if they exist. So if not, we'll catch you on the next one. As of this podcast release, my one-on-one client slots are filled up. Woohoo, yibbity-doo. But we are filled up. But what is always open for business is our online home of ADHD Big Brother. Part of the onboarding of that community is a coaching call with me. So we could get your compass pointed and I can tell you how to utilize the daily accountability, the body double room, the goal setting calls. Jump in while the jumping's good. And I'm currently in that threatening mode, like prices are going to go up, you sons of bitches. You better get in and lock in your price. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I don't know if you can tell I'm percolating on it. So link to all that stuff is in the show notes. Okay, now let's get into the mental health mindset. This is the mindset of thinking about our skull spaghetti and normalize talking about it. This is the good stuff, the bad stuff, the wacky stuff. I'm doing wonderfully right now. That is my mental health report. My girlfriend is away. That sucks, but she does these big trips each year with a group of her lawyer friends, and she's out there swimming in the Adriatic Sea, living the good life. The pictures are super cool, but by the time you hear this, she'll be back, and I can pre-tell you that I'm happy about that. I've had some great conversations with my college kid. Noble and I have had a couple of good talks. I've really loved playing Minecraft Bingo Item Hunt with him and Alistair. Even though I suck at it, Alistair's like a champion. It's very frustrating. I don't do well sucking at video games. I'm normally very good at them. I'm going to toot my own horn there. Alistair he's way better than me. I'll admit it. Okay, great. I do think this is a great aspect of the times that we're living in right now. Like you can have a game night with your kids when everyone else is elsewhere. Like who'd have thought the video games could actually be really great at bringing people together? You know what I'm saying? It's really cool. I love it. So my mental health report is good. For a world that is steadily crumbling before our very eyes, I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. Okay, that's me. I hope you guys are doing good. Please feel free to reach out anytime. Let me know how you and your skull spaghetti are going. I'm interested. So mindset. How about it? I wrote an article recently on the Substack, the old stackaroonie. And because it's so still fresh in my brain, I figured I'd expand on a little bit here, do a little more ranting about it because I can, I guess. I'm really oppositional. If a group of people are doing a thing and that thing is popular, my DNA, it's like forces me to just devil's advocate the hell out of it, to show my independence, right? By not conforming. Does anybody else like that? I am not a huge fan of mindset talk, probably because I suck at it. I don't know. But with the caveat here that I understand it, I think it makes sense. But so much of all this ADHD learning that we do, it's just that, it's learning. But so much of ADHD is forgetting the learning. So what good is a growth mindset when you literally forget? We talk about mindset. I think about all the times that I've ever had like these aha moments. I've said to myself, yes, I am always learning. I'm growth mindset guy. And then a minute later, the shit hits the fan and my autopilot kicks on. I'm back to the same thinking as before. Like, where the F is my neuroplasticity? Where are my growth mindset neurons when I need them? So I'm just going to share where I'm at with my journey, and you do whatever you're going to do. You do you. This week, we're in ADHD Awareness Month. Are you guys aware? Did you awareness that? It's hard to know what to be aware of these days. There's so many things to be aware of. Lots of stuff is happening. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month too. Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Are you changing your passwords? Me neither. What's our problem? It's Eye Injury Prevention Month. Yes, it is. Google it. Can we just all stop acting like we have to look cool all the time and put on our goddamn safety goggles? Like we all look ridiculous in those oversized plasticky goggles. Big deal. Put them on. And it's also ADHD Awareness Month. Like instead of making the normies aware of our brain and what it's like, because I don't give a shit what they think, let us be aware of our own brains. Does this brain of yours, does it say mean things to you? Does your brain have the world's shittiest working memory? Does that brain tell you that you're an imposter? Does it overreact to stuff? Does your brain believe in you? Same with me. It's fucking awful, right? This is what I think of when I think of embracing ADHD or the gifts of ADHD. I'm like, it feels like I'm giving accolades to my greatest abuser. Imagine that conversation with your friend. Like if your brain was a person, be like, yeah, but he's so creative and he can be really funny sometimes. We're like, so what, Stacy? He tells you every day that you're a bitch and that you're ugly and that you're fat. I know, but you should see the paintings he makes. He's really talented. Oh my God. This is the visual that I have when I hear people talking about embracing their ADHD and their gifts. I'm like, get out of the relationship, Stacy. He's an asshole. My brain has been so mean to me throughout my life. I've begged, I've pleaded, I've journaled, CBT style. I've spent a lot of time reframing, trying to buy into the reframe. And you know what? Sometimes it works. Great. Lasts for a little bit. I think this is my own personal opinion, I'm ready to move on. This isn't working out. I am not my brain. It is a pile of skull spaghetti that zips and zaps with its nasty little neurons. Do you know who never lets me down? My heart. Yeah, my heart. That's magical. I feel like I should write a poem. Let's let this sink in a little bit. The metaphorical heart. And by the way, I don't relate emotions to the heart. That's the brain too. All that dysregulation, the freak out because they didn't put an exclamation point in the text message, so clearly they hate me. Emotions come from the brain. That's the brain. The brain shits out these emotion-making hormones, right? I believe that's the science. I think I'm being scientific when I say your brain shits out hormones from its cute little neuron butts. And then it feeds on it with the thinking that goes along with it. Oh, the feeling of rejection. Okay, well, here's some thoughts to go with that. You'll never find love. No one likes you. Delicious. I really hope you guys don't take anything scientific from me, please. I don't actually think that the neurons poop, okay? But if I'm making a cartoon about it, that's what's going to happen. And I don't know actually where all this stuff comes from. I Googled it. It got way too sciencey for me. And I'm just, we're just talking in metaphors anyway, so who cares? But it's fun to visualize, and that's how I make sense of the world. The brain is just such an asshole. Can we at least agree on that? Why do I have to convince it that I'm lovable? Do you ever deal with someone who's just so awful? And you're like, well, who cares what you think? Because you're a mean person. And you walk away, chin up. That's been my work with my brain. Like, who gives a shit what my brain thinks? Some might call this the act of acceptance. I accept that my skull spaghetti exists. There it is, behind my face, right behind my eyeballs, and it's doing what it's doing. I don't have the energy, or let's say I don't have the desire to expend the energy to try and appeal to an asshole when there is a heart that exists right next door. And the heart loves me. The heart is filled with hope. It believes in me. It has the backing of my soul. And the two of them together can armbar my brain and tap it out. I don't need my brain's blessing to do stuff. Even think about all your successes with ADHD. Don't a lot of those attempts at forward motion involve some kind of brain trickery? We have to do magic tricks for our brain sometimes to move our needle forward. So there's a couple of mantras that I live by that have really helped me on my personal journey with ADHD and the depression. I'll share it with you now, and I'm always super curious what you guys are doing, what's helping you. The first is to be cool with myself. I believe in being cool with myself. That's my answer to I love myself. I tend to have a hard time experiencing I love myself. I can understand it on paper. It is the ideal. I get it. But my brain, that pile of mushy gush, it fights me on it. How I think and how I feel, it's just, man, it's irrelevant to me because feelings come from the brain. Feelings, that's just the brain's propaganda. Okay, I don't know. There's a lot to unpack with that one. I'm not a therapist. I don't know. How did I get into these waters? Oh my God, back off everybody. Let me just get this canoe back to the shore. That's such a good, it sounds cool. Feelings are the brain's propaganda. Hell, it also doesn't seem right. I don't know. Who knows? This is an opinion piece. Can you tell? So let's bring this back to being cool with myself. That's a big deal. If loving myself is not on the table as an option, I can at the very least treat myself with the same regard as a roommate, that pays the bills, smells bad, leaves the food out, but hey, he pays his share, so he can stay. And the other mantra that I'd say I use a lot is even though, especially in the world of productivity. I've talked a lot about this a lot. There's some commonality to the teachings of dialectical behavior therapy. Dr. Lori Bruce and I talked about it on, she was on a couple episodes previously. But I have stuff I want to do. I have stuff to get done. And in ADHD, the things that are important, they rarely hold interest. And I can personally throw these huge inner tantrums for things that I'm not interested in. So even though I don't want to, right? Even though I'm fighting it, even though my brain is being an asshole about it, even though it's telling me that I have no business in this industry, that I've got no right to help people or coach people, even though I'm unlovable, even though nobody likes me. These are the things that this piece of shit brain that everybody wants me to embrace, it's saying that to me. This episode, for example, as I'm writing it, my brain is telling me that it's bad. Don't do it. You've got no business talking about ADHD. Every single time I write an episode, every single time I have a client call, I think it's the client call where they're going to tell me that I suck. Even though all of that, I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to move forward in life, even though. Every time I finish a client call, I feel good. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Every time I finish an episode, somebody reaches out to me and tells me what they got out of it. And I don't listen to my podcast episodes. I only one time to make sure that nothing weird happened, but because I choose not to give my brain food to dissect and make me feel awful about. I write with my heart, I record with my heart, I edit with my heart, and then I post it with my heart. And the brain can suck it. So those are my two. I'd be curious what your mantras are. Do you have a way of doing and being that circumvents your meanie brain? I'd be curious. The things that work for me, they might not work for you. Or maybe they will. This is why we have an obligation to share, in my opinion. Don't hoard your workarounds in life. Share them. Even if you think they're stupid and everybody already knows it and we're all going to make fun of you, even though your brain is being a dick about it, share it. What is it? Share it anyway. Because what if you could help somebody? And I say this from personal experience. Helping people feels really good. I'm into it. Okay, what about the doing though? Can you do something regardless of your mindset? What's your Heartset? How about that? You want a challenge? Okay, so you decided that you're going to do a thing even though. Good for you. But what is the thing? You want to practice? Let's pick a thing. I'll say this as your coach, all right? I'm going to coach size you. This is how you can set yourself up to be more likely to do the thing, regardless of your brain. I feel like I just mentioned this, but we all forget anyway, so let's say it again. Plan the shitty thing for tomorrow. It's so much easier to figure out what to do the day before you're doing it, or even the morning of. Before you're in the moment, trying to figure out what you should be doing, of all the millions of important things, nothing's going to feel right. So that's why we always find ourselves like following our whims, right? And then we spiral into guilt, and that's where our brain becomes a big a-hole. But the day before, oh my God, man, you could casually explore what to do. My visualization experiment, when my brain doesn't want to help, check in with the heart. What does the heart say? And what if the heart doesn't answer? I don't know. Check in with your small intestines. I don't know. What does your gut say? Pick an organ, people. One of the organs has the answer. Is it your kidneys? I don't know. Work with me here. Screw the mindset thing. Who cares? You be you. You be cool with you, as you, in the you-iest way that you are. And then you become who you would like to be by doing the things that the you want to be does. The brain, it thwarts. Rather than trying to brain your way into the mindset of a person that does, let's try circumventing the brain and doing the thing that we decided to do. And my experience is that quote unquote mindset, that'll slowly appear. It'll grow over time. It's who we become. And if not, like, hey, we did a bunch of shit along the way. So we got that going for us. Anyway, I hope that helps. I love a good philosophical ramble about this stuff. So please feel free to reach out, share your philosophical ramble with me. Do you think I'm full of shit? Do you concur with my findings? I'm interested. And if you're a person that's ready for the doing of the work, like regardless of your mind, reach out. When I have openings, if I can help you with one-on-one coaching, happy to do that. Or you're always welcome in the community, which is about the doing of the work. It's about consistency. We gamify it. We support each other. It's the ultimate sandbox for the doing. And you're invited. Link in the show notes. And if you could do me a favor, if this episode resonated with you, please click the button to share it with a person that you think would like it. Check this out, Daryl. This guy said some stuff and I think it makes sense. Give it a listen. Let's talk about it. Do it. Say that. say that. And tell Daryl I said hello. Alrighty, that'll do it for now. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I shall talk to you later.